Love after divorce. The smell of cinnamon and roasted orange peel filled the community center kitchen, warm and hopeful in a way Miriam hadn't felt in months. She tightened the red apron around her waist and wondered again why she had signed up for a singles Christmas cooking class. The word singles still felt temporary, like a coat she'd borrowed and hadn't decided to return. Across the stainless steel counter, Daniel stared into a mixing bowl as if it might offer answers. He was freshly divorced 2-3 weeks, 4 days, and a few hours. If he was being honest, he hadn't come to find love. He'd come to escape the quiet of his apartment, where even the walls seemed to whisper what had gone wrong. First time? Miriam asked, nodding at the bowl he was attacking with unnecessary force. Daniel looked up, surprised. Is it that obvious? She smiled, small, careful, but real. You're beating that batter like it owes you money. He laughed, the sound rusty but genuine. I guess I'm still working some things out. Same, she said, tapping her ringless finger against the counter. Divorce has a way of sneaking into everything, even cupcakes. They were paired together by the instructor, a relentlessly cheerful woman in a Santa hat who insisted on calling everyone sweethearts. Miriam and Daniel exchanged a look that said we survived worse than this, and suddenly it felt easier to breathe. As they chopped cranberries and melted chocolate, conversation flowed in hesitant, honest pieces. Miriam talked about the dreams she'd folded away when her marriage ended, travel plans, a house full of noise, the certainty of forever. Daniel spoke of how he'd lost himself trying to be the person his marriage needed, only to realize too late that he'd forgotten who he was. There was no rush to impress, no polished stories. Just two people admitting they were bruised but still standing. When the timer dinged, Daniel reached for the tray and nearly dropped it. Miriam caught it just in time, their hands brushing. The contact lingered longer than necessary, warm and grounding. Guess we make a good team, he said softly. Looks like it, she replied, surprised by how much she liked the sound of that. They sat at a small table afterward, sharing their slightly lopsided gingerbread cookies. Outside, Christmas lights blinked against the dark, reflections of something gentle and possible. I used to think new beginnings were for people who hadn't messed things up, Daniel said, breaking a cookie in half. Now I think they're for people brave enough to start again, Miriam smiled, feeling something unfurl in her chest, not love, not yet, but hope. Maybe broken dreams make room for better ones. They exchanged numbers at the door, no promises, no pressure. Just a quiet understanding that they didn't have to rush or be alone. As Miriam walked to her car, the night felt less cold. And Daniel, watching her go, realized that for the first time since his divorce, Christmas didn't feel like an ending. It felt like the beginning of something new.